John Ulzheimer is known as one of our nation's most recognized credit experts. Having worked for 28 years in the credit industry, John has become one of the most prolific speakers about credit and the go-to authority on answers to credit-related questions. Credit Countdown with John Ulzheimer.
Hello, my name is John Ulzheimer. I am a consumer credit expert. I have almost 30 years of experience in the credit industry. I have spent time at FICO, which is obviously the company behind the FICO credit scoring system, and Equifax, which is one of the 3 generally recognized credit reporting agencies in the United States. So I get this question quite a bit. I'm going to address it today. And the question is, and we can change the number slightly, but generally it's, hey John, what's the magic credit score? Is the magic credit score 700? Is the magic credit score 750? Is the magic credit score 850? So let's talk about what is in fact the magic credit score. I get this all the time. What's a good score? What's not a good score? I always answer the question like this. A good score is whatever score is necessary for whatever lender with whom you're applying for credit to give you the best deal that they have. If that's a 780, then it's 780 is a good score. If that's a 750, then 750 is a good score. There are 11,000 companies in this country that send information to the credit reporting agencies every month. Almost 10,000 of them are lenders. Nobody knows what every single lender's underwriting criteria is. In fact, unless you work for a specific lender, nobody knows what any particular lender's underwriting criteria is. So they all have different tolerances when it comes to credit scores and then the information other than your credit score that they consider when you apply for some sort of loan or credit card or extension of credit. Having said that, there are places where you can get some average credit or average interest rate by credit score data. I know, for example, FICO has some on their consumer website that is updated every single day. So it gives you a really good idea of what kind of average credit score you should expect for different types of extensions of credit based on what your score is at that particular time. So, all right, so let's just choose 700. 700 seems to be kind of like a common number that people ask about. Hey, is 700 a good score? Is it the magic score? I think the reason why people ask this question is because there's this kind of general perception that anything above 700 is a good score. And let me give you some data around 700, and you can tell me if you think a 700 is a good score or not. The average FICO score in the United States is 711, which means that 700 is below average by about 11 points. So I don't know, you tell me if a below average credit score is a good score. You can certainly get credit with a 700, but it's not going to get you the best deals across the board that any lender for auto, mortgage, credit card, that any deal that they have to offer, all right? So I would suggest that the answer to this question is 700 or the magic credit score. I would suggest that the answer is no, it is not the magic credit score. In the US, as of the date of the filming of this vlog, the best interest rates or APRs interest rates on auto loans are for people who have a score of 720, so equal to 720, or higher than 720. So equal to or higher than 720. So is this the magic credit score? Well, if you're applying for an auto loan, it's going to be a good enough credit score to certainly get approved at the best deal that the lender has to offer, except for the scenarios where a captive lender, so in other words, the manufacturer's financing arm, they may not give you the kind of like those mythical 0% offers that some of them offer from time to time on certain makes and models. So 720 is not a bad target score for auto lending, but I think we can do better, okay? Because it's really only about 9 points above the national average. So let's talk about mortgage lending. Mortgage lending, the best published interest rates are for people who have a middle numeric score. I'm going to explain that in a minute. A middle numeric score of 760 or higher. In mortgage lending, all 3 of your credit reports are going to be pulled, 3 FICO scores are going to be pulled, and then the lender is going to base the decision off of the middle numeric score. So let's just say hypothetically that these were your 3 credit scores that some mortgage lender pulled. They would base the decision off the 720 because that's the middle numeric score. that's not going to get you the best deal that the mortgage lender has to offer. You need to have a middle numeric score of 760 or higher. So is 760 the magic number? That seems to be a more plausible answer to the question, would be yes in that scenario. I would argue that if you have 760 and above on all of your credit scores, on all of your credit reports, then you're really putting yourself in a safe spot, in a safe harbor environment where you're probably going to get the best deal that the lender has to offer on anything. Having said that, I hate playing it close, all right? I would prefer that you target 780 or above. And if that means go for 800, then go for 800. If that means go for 820, then go for 820. I would like for you to be so far above this number that you don't have to worry about asking the question about what is the magic credit score, because you're going to get approved unless you have, your loan to value is out of whack or your debt to income ratios are out of whack. If all that stuff is in good order and you have scores at 760, maybe 780 and above, then you're probably going to get the best deal that any lender has to offer on any form of credit. So if you have any other questions about what is the magic score, then please drop them in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to answer them. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great rest of your day. We'll talk again soon.
For more videos and credit tips from John Ulzheimer, go to www.tradelinesupply.com.